Hey guys, welcome to the losers final, the total final of Group D between Yellow and Canata. To give you a brief recap of Group D, started off with Free versus Firebat Hero, which I commented earlier, and Firebat Hero ended up losing that match against Free, which I had pretty much predicted. Firebat Hero, again, not very good against Protoss players. Free going on to play the winner of the next match, which was Yellow Canata. Yellow ended up winning against Canata, basically getting 4 hatcheries down, just overproducing units. Canata did not send an attack early enough, and it was a large map, but yeah, Canata just staying back too long, not being aggressive enough, and you just can't let Zerg build up forces like that. Canata, however, going in his next match against Firebat Hero, had a very decisive victory, and Canata versus, Free versus Yellow, Canata just dominated Yellow, and honestly, he didn't leave an Overlord left with the Corsair push. Really did some excellent micro between some cannons, some probes, basically using probes to block some hydralisks from the cannons, and using zealots. Basically had 2 zealots, 4 cannons, and a handful of probes, and managed to destroy Yellow's entire base, at which point Yellow just conceded. So I had to feel like his confidence is a bit shaken. Getting to commentary on this map, it looks like Yellow is starting in the upper right hand position. He is purple, and Canata starting in the lower left hand, light blue, kind of a what, periwinkle color. I'll just comment it as blue. Klazart made an interesting request the other day, and I definitely agree with it. He got 97th out of directors for most views today. I think that's enough clout to start sending emails to YouTube to open up the maximum time that he's allowed to upload. I honestly wouldn't mind if someone gets a special status like director status used to be, they would be able to have larger uploads, especially if we're managing to keep it under 1,000 megabytes, which most of the time we all are. And honestly, it's nice to not exactly know the full length time as soon as you look at the clip. It's really annoying when you see part 1 of 4 and you know it's going to be a longer match versus just a flat single clip, and you know it's going to be under 10 minutes. I kind of like if I can kind of visually ignore that time bar, not really knowing how much time's on that map. Better yet, if you guys want to go pester Blizzard, basically say, hey look, you got a guy promoting your game that's 7 years old, promoting Korean pro gaming, which is good for Blizzard. You should probably give us a section on your site to do this sort of streaming thing. That would definitely rock. Anyway, Yellow in the meantime going for that early second hatchery. Canata going for a standard 2 barrack build, which is very effective against General Zerg, very safe build against Zerg. Canata not doing a very good job of protecting that SCV. It's almost dead. Good job on Yellow, doing circling with that drone, almost killing off that SCV. Definitely slowing Canata down a little bit. Looks like he's sending in that one SCV for a little bit of revenge, but not managing to do any damage to him. Looks like Yellow's going to pull out with that drone free. Very good job on his part, doing a decent harass, causing Canata to have a little bit of a slowdown in his base, and still managing to get his probe out. But now Canata has that first Marine out. He looks like Canata's going for that second depot, and looks like Yellow is going for another early 3 hatchery build. I hope that Canata scouts this out and doesn't have the same mistake he had last time, where he just let Yellow build an overly dominant force and just come down when he just had such a huge mass. Looks like Canata's going for that early expansion. He doesn't see that Overlord. Yellow now knows that early expansion's going out. My guess is he's producing a few Zerglings now to take care of that SCV in his base. Both barracks at full production, producing Marines. I'm curious what is going through Canata's head at this moment. Is he thinking back to that first match, saying, if I sit on this, it's definitely going to be disastrous, I should push now? Is he going to wait for tanks? Is he going to just push up with a quick medic marine, knowing that with that early expansion, with the early 3 hatch, it's not likely that lurks are going to be out by the time he has a medic marine force out in position? Or is he just going to amass a decent sized marine force, push out, and wait for the medic marines later? Wow, early hive, very early hive for Yellow. Canata is going to be in big trouble again if he just sits on this this 2 expansions while he's just letting Yellow amass forces to the north, or not just amass forces, but tech quickly, and he has a very good production power out of those 3 hatcheries. Really, you cannot let Zerg amass forces and expect to win. It looks like right now he's moving out with some of those Marines. I really hope that's for a press attack. He has to know that he's going to be facing he has to expect that he's going to be facing a decent-sized force or an upgrade in tech at this point. Seeing the 3 hatcheries and knowing that Zerglings haven't come pouring down, he has to suspect that Yellow has gone tech. It looks like he's finally bringing up those Marines now that he has a decent-sized group. Engineering bay down. It looks like he's gonna rely on those upgrades. He's gonna just go full bio. What I would do if I was him, I would just push up now, but it looks like it's a little too late. Between the production and that hatchery, of those 2 hatcheries and that second colony, Canata is not going to be very successful with those Marines, especially with that Spire coming in. I don't expect him to get up in position, be able to fight off a fight, even if he got there without Zerglings in position, because those 3 hatcheries really can just produce reinforcements instantaneously. And he's going to have enough to group up. Right now he's just trying to kick those Zerglings out of that north lane. I would expect Canata, though, to be in a good position to fight off the Mutalisks, even though they're coming fairly early. It looks like he had that engineering bay down. He has to sense this early tech. He has to protect his res. That's going to be extremely important at this point, considering that 3 hatchery build. Looks like, he's getting a bunker down. It looks like actually Canata is kind of expecting a decent massed force. Right now, that 3rd hatchery is kind of equalized. It's a little, at this point, it's normal for that 3rd hatchery to kind of be in place. I'm surprised that Yellow didn't send any sort of harass down while he was going those Mutalisk. It wouldn't harm to have kind of that Mutalisk waiting harass on his border. In the meantime, I don't see any turret down by Canata. I'm not sure if he's just going to try to rely on that medic marine force. Actually, it looked like a single turret was going up the bat. He comps at it. He sees the hive. He sees the Spire going up. My question is he going to go after? Is he going to try to push onto that main? Which actually, I take that back. He can't, because that expansion right outside Yellow's base is protected. It's on the way to the main. In the meantime, Yellow doing an excellent job of pushing Zerglings in, taking down those turret factories, which is going to be extremely important considering he has 4 Mutalisks coming down. I felt like he should have done this a few seconds earlier, but better late than never, I guess. He goes in, takes those 2 turrets out, which is really going to cost Canata here in just a second. Looks like that's really unfortunate on Yellow's part. He really took those Mutalisks to the wrong position, where Canata has 6 turrets up. He really does not want that Mutalisk harass at his secondary. Let's see if he loops around and goes for the main, where it looks like Canata is a little more vulnerable. Wow, that is some serious air defense. Really did not want those Mutalisks in his base. Really sending that message is, you better not touch me with air. But in the meantime, I kind of want to see his main, see if he's got... It doesn't look like he has any turrets down on that main. He has a single turret. He's going to bring these medic marines back, but not before that turret goes down. Not before Yellow can go and inflict a decent amount of damage on that supply line. In the meantime, he's going to use those supply depots to kind of screen those marines back. He's taken out about 4 or 5 marines, 5 SCVs, and big cost there, taking down the SCV, building the starport. Good job on Yellow with that Mutalisk harass. That was very well done. Looks like he's satisfied with that. He's pulling back. He's going to expand another hatchery. Looks like he has that evolution chamber down, so he's upgrading units. I'm pretty sure he's going to start shifting to infantry units fairly quickly here. I'm surprised he's not back in the main, continuing with that harass, because he really had an effective go on it. I wonder if he's just waiting to get in position, waiting to do a little bit of reinforcement, making sure he might be a little worried that Canata is going to take those Marines back up. But once he gets back behind those supply depots, it's going to be very difficult. See, they're just blocked out by those supply depots. Very difficult for Canata to bring those forces in, but doing a good job of having those Marines interspersed in the SCVs. Yellow not doing a very good job with the Mutalisk micro. What he should have done is, he should have just done